Much for joining us today. I'm Steve Hammond with the Sacramento Convention and Visitors Bureau, and I'm joined by business partners Michael Ault from the Downtown Sacramento Partnership and Matt Mahood from the Metro Chamber. Again, we appreciate you being here very much. We're going to make some opening remarks. I'm going to go first. Michael will be second, Matt will be third. Then we'll take some questions from the audience up here together, and then we'll peel off for individual interviews for anybody that might want to do that. The reason that we're here is there's been an awful lot of talk about the potential departure of the Kings over the last few weeks, and we thought we should restate our positions, especially as they relate to the entertainment and sports complex. As business leaders, we would obviously be disappointed if the Kings left. However, this recent activity highlights the importance of our six-county region coming together and focusing on efforts to build a new entertainment and sports facility. And while we can't control what the Maloofs ultimately decide to do, we do have an opportunity for a focused public discussion about the value of an ESC and our priority to build a downtown facility for the Sacramento region with or without the Kings. An ESC is an economic engine, and it's a major contributor of tax dollars, hotel room nights, restaurant sales, and other development objectives. The convention and tourism business in Sacramento County is $2.4 billion. $2.4 billion, that's billion with a B. It translates to 28 million visitors on an annual basis, 27,000 jobs, $107 million in state revenue, and $107 million in state taxes, and $49 million in local taxes. And ESC also supports our industry, the convention and tourism industry. It complements our existing assets in the downtown, but it also gives us an opportunity, a new ESC would give us an opportunity for a large-scale event center that would allow us to attract other conventions that we can't attract currently. We have about a half a dozen conventions that have looked at Sacramento that need a big facility for general session space. And frankly, Arco Arena, the location being in Natomas away from where most of the major hotels are, it makes us a non-player. All of those folks have said that Sacramento will definitely be back in the mix if we had an ESC downtown near where the hotels are located. Beyond conventions, an ESC also has the opportunity to bring about 225 events or more a year and driving 3 million guests to the downtown area. And regardless of the event type, it will ultimately create significant jobs and revenue for the city. I was in San Jose 20 years ago when the arena was built, and a lot of the same questions were being asked then that are being asked today. And I think we all have seen what has happened in San Jose with their arena, and we have those kinds of stories across the country about what they've done for redevelopment in the downtown. And to take basically in San Jose a dead zone has created into quite an entertainment district that is doing over 250 event nights a year, and it really has added to the economic impact of the community. And finally, I just want to add that our board of directors is really looking forward to seeing David Taylor's report when it comes out, because we want to get into the business of supporting this facility, moving this community forward, and revitalizing the downtown entertainment district. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Michael Ault with the Downtown Partnership. Appreciate the opportunity to be with everybody today. We have felt and have worked collectively together over the last 10 years talking about the importance that this facility plays in this community. And I think over the last couple of days, if there's one thing we've collectively realized, is that this is about so much more than the Kings. This is about a facility that this community deserves. We have said long and we have said for years that this facility belongs downtown. This facility belongs close to these core assets that we as a community really have strengthened. When we look at the central city from Old Sacramento through to this facility here at the convention center, there are too many examples in urban centers throughout the U.S. where these facilities have been catalysts. When you look at the Phoenixes, the Denvers, the Indianapolises, these are These are facilities that have truly transformed these communities, have helped with the revitalization efforts of the central city, have helped to drive traffic. This is a process about more, creating more jobs, creating more opportunities for development. And as an organization, we represent a 66 square block district in the heart of this region. And a region truly is identified, and the perception is based on its urban core. This facility belongs downtown, and it belongs in close proximity to many of these assets. We're talking about 3 million visitors a year that come to these facilities, and I think it's an important number. These are not just about sports. These are about family-oriented events, national concerts, and a way for us to drive this community to this venue, but also to the central city, the chance to extend your experience. You don't just go to a venue and leave. You go early, you stay late. You support much of the efforts in the central city that have transpired over these past several years. One of the things that we realized, and Steve talked a little bit about it, there's 225 event days a year is the goal. This is a region of over 2 million visitors, 2 million residents. We deserve a state-of-the-art facility in this community, and this region needs to play a part. This is not just a City of Sacramento issue. We have regional partners that are going to need to step up with this to make this a reality. This is bigger than Sacramento, and we need and deserve a state-of-the-art facility.
Thank you, Steve. Matt Mahood, Sacramento Metro Chamber, President and CEO. And I've been involved in the arena discussion, sports entertainment facility discussion for about 9 years since I came to Sacramento from the Bay Area. In the last few years, obviously, have been tough on the Sacramento region's economy. Losing the Sacramento Kings would obviously be a significant psychological blow, but also a significant economic blow, as we would see jobs disappear, with Maloof Sports Entertainment taking those jobs to Southern California with the team. And we don't know what will happen ultimately, how they'll operate the facility moving forward. But this discussion is not about Maloof Sports and Entertainment and about keeping the Sacramento Kings. This is about creating the type of facility in the Sacramento region that will keep jobs here, that will help our economy get back on track. And why will that happen? Well, if we're able to build a new sports and entertainment facility, that not only will we create high-paying jobs for skilled workers who will build the facility during that construction phase, much like what has occurred with the public investment out at the big build at the Sacramento International Airport. It's one of the few major construction projects that have kept our construction industry employed over the course of the last 18 months. A private-public partnership like that. Those type of jobs would be created should we build a new sports and entertainment facility. But also, once the facility is built and up and running, and we're doing 250 event nights, activities, conventions at this facility, we're going to have ongoing employment at a facility that would probably be about 1,000 employees of all types, from lower level paying part-time jobs to all the way to high-level executives who are going to be operating and managing the facility. It's no secret that Arco Arena, or the arena formerly known as Arco Arena, is terribly out of date. In fact, the business community came together in 2004 and we did an arena study that looked at the functionality of Arco Arena. And at that time, we determined that Arco Arena was reaching its end of its useful life. The facility was built for $40 million when most arenas were being built for about $120 million. It was built in a hurry and on the cheap. That's not to disparage Greg Lukenbill and the great work that he did to bring the Sacramento Kings here. It's just the reality of the situation. Additionally, the facility has structural challenges. Its floor design is sideways. It's built for basketball. Hockey and concerts and everything else go this way. Basketball goes this way, hockey and everything else goes that way. You can't turn the facility to do all these other events. The facility was built for basketball. We have a lot more other programs and events that we want to do at Arco Arena other than basketball. So this is not just a conversation about basketball. So our ability to compete for all these activities that Steve talked about requires us to have a new sports and entertainment facility. But this is not just a conversation that Sacramento should be having. It should be a regional conversation. In fact, I just came back from a regional chamber coalition meeting where we had over a dozen, I think 15 chambers of commerce from around the Sacramento region represented at this meeting. We held the meeting in Rockland. We had a very candid, open discussion about building a new sports and entertainment facility and what does that mean for the Sacramento region. And every chamber to a T was nodding their head in agreement that we all need to come together to work collaboratively to figure out what type of